Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all participants. Welcome to Greening Malaysia webinar. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Amirul Aizat and I am going to be your moderator for this webinar. What is Greening Malaysia? Greening Malaysia is the foundation of how design and good information designing can increase the awareness of the deforestation issues in Malaysia. Malaysia is well known as the one most oxygen contribution to the world from our valuable heritage, which our rainforest. But nowadays, we notice that are so many non-certificated logging activities in our rainforest day by day, especially in Borneo. Effect from the issues, a research team from Malaysia found that 80% of the tropical landscape had been degraded by logging, largely due to timber or oil palm production. Moving forward, Malaysia plans to strengthen its decades-old forestry rules in order to preserve its rainforest from illicit loggers. According to Xavier Jayakumar, Malaysia's Waterland and Natural Resources Minister, anybody will guilty on chopping down trees without authorization would face harsher punishments, including fines and jail. Hundreds of environmentalists marched on Malaysia's parliament last year, seeking revision to the constitution and legislation of make forest clearing, corruption, and pollution more punishable. The government has drafted modification to Malaysia's forestry laws, which would be introduced in Parliament soon and likely become law by the end of the year. So we can see here that our forest is really important to maintain the quality of air and the good food chain process in our rainforest. Okay, a step forward, I will invite our first guest, Ms. Hamiza from Selangor Forestry Department to give some opinion on how to improve the awareness to protect our valuable heritage.
Thank you and very good morning to our respected and honorable speakers, including our Mr. Moderator here for this webinar. I'll start off with an introduction first. Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is Nur Hamiza binti Husin. I am the Creative Director under the Information Technology section at Selangor Forest Department, and I've been working there for quite some time now. And the Selangor Department State Forest Department is it functions as a department that is responsible for managing the preservation and conservation of the forest resources, which include the aspects such as the clean water, recreational facilities, land protection, and the preservation of flora and fauna. And as the creative director of my section, me and my colleagues work together to execute advertising, website development, social media engagement, and many more that meets the department's objective in terms of design. So Malaysia has the distinction of having the highest rate of forest loss, and as for 2020, there's a total area of humid primary forest in Selangor which decreased by 5.2% and as much as 38% decrease in tree loss cover since the year of 2000. This declining forest cover is mainly due to urbanization, agriculture fires, forest conversion, and plantations and other forms of agriculture that is mainly in big cities like Selangor. Also, there is a lack of exposure regarding this issue to the public in Malaysia. So earlier this year, Malaysia Greening Program was launched through the 100 million tree planting campaign. So the campaign target is to plant as much as 100 million trees in the period of 5 years, starting from 2021 to 2025. So the implementation of this campaign is to raise awareness of all parties on the importance of green cover area forests for the well-being and quality of the ecosystem and biodiversity of our country. So our department will hold programs to popularize the 100 million tree planting campaign to involve the entire nation of Malaysia. And one of the things we did was to create an app called Penghijauan Malaysia, which is Greening Malaysia for this campaign. So user for this mobile app can upload pictures of the trees they planted, search nursery related information which is available in Malaysia to purchase seedlings or trees and find out rankings about the number of trees that is growing in Malaysia. Also, they can collect badge by performing tasks, get points, and enjoy the rewards offered. So this aims to cultivate the spirit of love for nature through planting and to planting various type of trees in the level of society, as well to support the commitment of maintaining the coverage of forests in Malaysia. Other than that, we are planning to produce more digital media such as video advertisement on social media platforms, for example, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to raise the awareness. Currently, we are conducting a competition in creating a creative TikTok video in the name of Greening Malaysia from 9 June till 13 June. So this was done to further encourage the involvement of Malaysians in the implementation of Malaysian greening program, especially through tree plantings. TikTok is a great way to spread awareness because the younger generation nowadays are mostly dominating the app, and TikTok exposes them to news they probably wouldn't see otherwise they use the app. As our generation become more aware of the issue that is happening in Malaysia, our involvement is that much more important. So overall, as of for now, there is a total of 9,043,000 trees that is planted all over Malaysia with the campaign. So we hope that by creating a combination of different visuals can help create a cohesive and extensive collection of information to educate the viewers on deforestation and how devastating it is to our country. Thank you. So that is all from me.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hamizah, for your view. I hope the Penghijauan Malaysia can meet the goals by your creative way to spread the awareness to keep our excellent biodiversity systems to maintain in good condition. Okay, next, I will invite Ms. Aina Sabrina from Perhilitan Malaysia to give an opinion towards the issues.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. I thank you to moderator for this webinar, inviting me and fellow other speakers. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Aina Sabrina binti Rizab. I am one of the designers from Department of Wildlife and National Parks. Okay, reduce biodiversity. About 80% of the world documented land-based species can be found in forests. When species lost their forest homes, they are often unable to upseed in small fragments of forests that left behind. They come more accessible to hunters and poachers. Their number began to increase and some of eventually go to extinction. Even local deforestation can result to extinction as well as unique species extinct in small locations in the world. Decreasing gas emissions. Forests are carbon sinks, therefore help mitigate the emission of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas. Tropical forests all alone hold more than 228 to 247 gigatons of carbon, which more than 7 times of the amount of emitted for every year human activities. But for forests are cut down, burned, and some other else removed, they emit carbon dioxide instead of absorbing carbon. Deforestation and forest degradation are responsible for 15% of all greenhouse gases emissions. These greenhouse gas emissions contribute to extreme weathers, events, temperatures, change of pattern, weather, and water. For example, like in the peninsula Malaysia and the Borneo, forests on deep peat lands are cleared, degrading and covered to plum plantation, contributing to high greenhouse emissions. Change in climate can affect the decrease of forest creatures by altering their habitats and decreasing ability of food and water. Some will able to adapt by moving to a higher level or latitude. Species loss may occur. So for social media, I would like to use the new media such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So to solve the issue by using these social medias in telling the public of the problem and how to handle the issue from getting worse, to gain more awareness and understand, as well as appreciate what God gave us, and to save our own life and the world. Would you like me to play a song for this campaign?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, you know, love is all we need. Beyond the world, beyond the children, beyond the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Well, send them your heart, so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free.
That's all for now, but the song is quite long, for 7 minutes. So that is a song from US. For Africa, we are the world.
Okay, thank you, Miss Aina, for give us listen to the nice song. I believe social media really a good platform to spread the awareness, and yes, website also can give a big impact to letting public to collect all of the information in the process on keep our forest remain safe. Now, moving to our last guest for this session, Miss Nurul Nadia from Zoo Negara to give her point.
Good morning, everyone, and it's great to see you all here. Thank you to moderator of the webinar. My name is Siti Nurul Nadia binti Maknain, and I am the designer from the Department of Zoo Negara. I am looking forward to talking with you today about deforestation impact animal at Zoo Negara. Malaysia has many tourist attractions. A zoo is a facility where visitors can see wild animals and extinct creatures. It attracts tourists by bringing rare and fascinating animals from far and wide. Zoo Negara is literally as known as National Zoo in Malaysia. It was officially opened to public in 14 November 1963 by our first Prime Minister, Tunku Abdul Rahman. Zoo Negara is located in Ulu Klang, near Taman Melawati on the northeast of Kuala Lumpur. The zoo has a total of over 5137 animals from 459 species of mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish. The zoo has transformed itself into an open concept zoo with 19% of its animals are kept in spacious exhibit with having natural landscape. The forests are the animals' natural habitats. Deforestation is also one of the animals will have no place to stay and eat as their main source of food and habitat have been destroyed. But human activity has caused problems that threaten wild animal population. For the past 57 years, Zoo Negara has been working towards being one of the world's premier zoological parks. It is vital for the survival of animals that are endangered in their natural habitats. 85% of the animals in Zoo Negara are endangered species and 15% are heading towards extinction. So we should conduct events to create awareness of deforestation through animal and air that's happening in Malaysia through advertisement promotional. Zoological parks are practical in protecting wildlife from danger and grow their number through breeding, mainly used for protecting wildlife. Furthermore, zoos are also important for research and education purposes, and they create wildlife conservation awareness to the public. This awareness campaign about deforestation through animal and air at Peninsular Malaysia in order to create awareness and educate among public towards this issue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nurul Nadia, for your view. Zoo Negara is such a famous place in Malaysia, not only for keeping and educating our citizens about animals, they also in conjunction to keep our wildlife in Malaysia stay in safe situation. For me, Zoo Negara can be a good platform to produce a printed design of the awareness such as banner, brochure and poster. All these tools can be installed in the zoo information area or assemble area since people can get it directly on their hand or can aware the information around them. Okay, thank you for all of our guests for this webinar session. All of you give a very good points toward on how to improve the awareness on how to keep our rainforest and wildlife safe. As we can observe, visual information are really important nowadays. A good information design can lead to a good interpretation from the audience to analyze and understand about what we are focused on. We have to make sure that we can deliver the message effectively by creating a suitable tools or platform and stay up to date to the current issues to make sure that our awareness can reach more clouds. So I will end our session today with a quote. The smaller the creature, the bolder its spirits. We can stand together in our responsible in greening Malaysia. Thank you so much.